Hey guys, so I wanted to make another quick video. I know during the middle of a lot of the COVID shutdown, we did a video kind of explaining the regulations and things that we were running into. And I wanted to make another one to touch base on what we're dealing with now. Excuse the setup. I'm in Florida right now, and I didn't want to do this in somebody's house in the middle of their living room. So I am in the car outside. So I just wanted to kind of take a second and thank everybody that's been watching our videos and following our journey down here. There's a lot more to come, but I wanted to kind of just touch on something. So basically what I want to talk about today is the mask laws. And I don't want anybody to like instantly get upset by this video, because this isn't one of those like trying to bash the people who wear masks and things like that. Like I'm not trying to get into to freedoms and make this a First Amendment issue or anything like that. That's absolutely not the direction this is about to take. So what I would like to talk to you guys about is kind of the situation that we're running into with scheduling photo shoots. And that is that there's a lot of inconsistencies in Ohio with the mask laws. So when people ask, like, can I do a photo shoot at X location? It's always not a simple answer. So what we're running into right now is, in the state of Ohio, there are some guidelines for wearing masks, and those rules apply to certain counties. So we'll start there. So at the top level, if you read through the requirements of the state level mask ordinance, we are fine to do photo shoots. So the state of Ohio can step in and say, Montgomery County has mandatory masks, and if we were to do a photo shoot in Montgomery County under those guidelines, we would be allowed to do an outdoor photo shoot that maintains 6-foot distancing. What you get into then is the next level down is county regulations. So even though the state regulations apply on a county by county basis, you also have counties that determine what their health district recommends and requires. So state of Ohio will have a recommendation and requirement for Montgomery County, but then Montgomery County themselves sets recommendations and requirements. So the county level is typically a lot more strict. Is what we're running into. So like Montgomery County Health District is very strict, and there are no exceptions. So what the situation that we're kind of dealing with here is, if you read through it, going to a park, you don't have to wear a mask, but that's you as a person. What we run into is we aren't people, we're considered commercial businesses. And specifically, the county of Montgomery County considers us retail businesses. So if you have to wear a mask when you're at like a shop or a boutique in Montgomery County, you have to wear a mask when you're working with us, regardless of social distancing. So even though state of Ohio's regulation that just came out doesn't say anything specifically, Montgomery County level does not make exceptions for us. They loop us in with retail. So that's kind of the issue that we're running into. Like, we're not just two people hanging out at the park. We're a business conducting commercial activity in their county. And then when you go from there, you get down to the municipality level. So the city of Dayton has their own ordinances, and they might be more strict or less strict. I know like Yellow Springs is one that we're dealing with. Yellow Springs, it does not matter if you're inside, outside, if you're in the central business district that they've outlined, which is the main couple of blocks there, you have to wear a mask. It does not matter if you're social distancing. It does not matter if you're a person of business, nothing. So we can't do a photo shoot in downtown Yellow Springs because we would have to wear masks and the client would have to wear masks. We are fine wearing masks. We've worn masks to almost every shoot that we've done. There's been a couple that we've been like way out in the woods and, we didn't wear it, and we maintained social distancing because it wasn't required to wear a mask. But things are getting a little crazier now. They're getting a little more strict. We're learning a lot. The whole time we've been down here in Florida, we've had masks on. So, we're definitely cool with following the rules and recommendations. Down here, it's very much, if you're indoor, you wear a mask. If you're outdoor, you're fine. But yeah, back home in Ohio, there's not a lot of strong decision making coming from the top level. So it's getting kind of mixed when you're coming down. So yeah, like when we get on here and we talk about it, And it's confusing because you might read one order and you might understand that, but then what happens when like the city level contradicts what the county level says, and what happens when they both contradict what the state's saying? And you know, when it was something as big as like the business itself being shut down, we could easily call the governor's office and get an answer. But what we're running into here is like, we don't know who to contact, because like if one person says it's okay and the other one says it isn't, what does that mean? And you know, if the governor says you're fine to shoot, but the city of Dayton says we can't, then I mean, that's who's going to issue the ticket. So it's confusing. And then if you want to get even another level into it, most of the places we shoot at are parks, and the parks districts, you know, there's Centerville, Miamisburg. Each one of these park districts is operated independently. They're independent of the city. They're independent of the county. Five Rivers Metro Parks, like, they can set their rules however they want. And with them, we're not bound by law. We're bound by contract, because we're operating under permits that they issue to us as a business. So, I mean, they can revoke our permits and we can never shoot there again if we do something wrong. So, I mean, it's not like as simple as like reading through the law and seeing like, can I be arrested for this? Can I be ticketed for this? It's like, we have to be compliant with all of these venues that we're shooting at, because they can take away our privilege. We don't have rights there. We have a privilege of being able to conduct commercial activity there. So, it's a really confusing situation. It's evolving. You know, if you see us kind of not being sure, that's why. It's a confusing situation. We don't know, we don't understand what we're going to come back to, and it changes every day, and there's not simple answers. I have a little bit of a legal background, so I can read through some law and I can understand things, but yeah, it's just not as simple as things have been in the past. And I don't think anybody's ever been through this before, so there's not a lot of precedent to follow. But yeah, what we're asking of you is be patient with us. Let us try to work things out with these different municipalities, different counties, different organizations. Let us try to figure out what's going on, and follow us and stay updated. I don't have a solution. I don't know when things are going to get better. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not anti-mask. This isn't like an anti-mask crusade. It's I wish there were more clear rules crusade, maybe. And I don't want to see like the comments or anything get into the mask or no mask debate, because that's not where we're at. It's just, I'm trying to explain to you guys so you see from our perspective how crazy it is and how confusing it is. And it's not as simple as just hopping on the state website or the county website and seeing what it says. There's a lot that applies to us. So, again, bear with us. Give us any information that you see. It helps us. The more that we look at, the more we can kind of understand, and it gives us talking points. Because, I mean, a lot of this is we have to call the county, we have to call the city, we have to kind of plead our case, and we need as much ammunition as possible when we call them to say, you know, hey, we can operate under this or that. I mean, it's a confusing situation. Anybody that has advice, I mean, feel free. But just the bottom line, like, don't get upset with us if we're not confident that we can legally shoot somewhere. Then don't be upset that we, you know, request to change the venue or move to something else, or ask to kind of, you know, give it a couple weeks to see if we can get permission. Being a licensed business, being a business that maintains permits for all of these locations, I mean, we have to make sure that we're compliant and make sure that we're on the good side of all these people that allow us to conduct business and shoot there. So, I mean, just be patient with us. I mean, we definitely don't want to be in this situation. We don't want this level of confusion and chaos. But, yeah, I mean, if you guys can just not take it out on us, yeah, I mean, we're on your side. We're gonna get everything resolved as soon as possible. But thank you guys for all the support. You guys have been amazing. Photo shoots down here in Florida have gone great. We are headed back to Ohio later this week, but I'm gonna post some more videos of our trip down here. There's a lot of cool stuff, some behind the scenes of the photo shoots that we've done. But I wanted to hop on here and just kind of go on a little bit of a rant and give you guys an update of just kind of what we're dealing with. Because I know when I broke down about how like unemployment wasn't working for small business owners a couple months ago, I got a lot of feedback that you guys liked kind of hearing the reality from our perspective. So I wanted to kind of do that again. Sorry for the really bad quality video. Like, again, I'm in the middle of a car. Like, I didn't want to do this in somebody's living room because they'd think I'm crazy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys soon. Thanks.